today? What am I filming right now? So today I'm sharing with you guys my Booktube Games TBR slash my February TBR because they're kind of the same thing. If you don't know what Booktube Games is, it is a month-long readathon and there are 5 different teams, question mark. And basically we're competing about how many pages each team can read for the month of February. I am on Team Camp Half-Blood, obviously. For those of you who are on Team CHB, comment down below so I know, so we can hype each other up and we can read all these books. It's about to get lit, like, let's do this shit. My TBR for the Booktube Games is kind of ambitious, but like, half of it is class reads, so I can't help it. But I doubt I'll get to all of these books, but I would like to, so it's all that matters. I won't really be doing any of the challenges just because I don't really think I'll have time and I'd much rather read the books that I want to read. But I am feeling ambitious, y'all, so like, I'll still be raking in those points, like, I got y'all. The first book that I plan on reading this month is The Carnival at Bray by Jessie Ann Foley. This is a young adult book that takes place in the early 90s that follows a young girl and her family who recently just moved to Ireland, and I think it's because like the dad just got married to an Irish girl. I don't know. I do have to read this book for class. I actually have never heard of this book before, but it's your basic YA contemporary. It follows a girl, she falls in love, something unexpected happens, there's growth, there's family drama. Need I say more? The next book I have to read is also a class read, and that is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I am not excited to read this book, I'm going to be honest. I have read The Great Gatsby. I read it in high school. I think I was like a sophomore or junior, I don't necessarily know, and I didn't like it. When I read it, I didn't like it. I also got to see the movie, and I didn't like that either. But yeah, my professor was like, you know what, I'm just feeling like I'm in a classics mood, so I'm gonna force all of you guys to read classics. Which, like, great, but can we read, like, Catcher in the Rye or something? Not this? For those of you who like this book, I'm sorry, but, like, I just don't. But I am interested to see if my opinion has changed over the, what, like 5 years? It probably hasn't, we'll be honest. The next book I plan on reading is On a Sunbeam by Tillie Walden. This is a graphic novel, and I believe it's like a futuristic dystopian, maybe post-apocalyptic. I don't necessarily know. I do know that it's queer, I do know that we're in space, and I do know that we're like fixing up old buildings. I recently read Tillie Walden's first graphic novel, which was Spinning, and I really liked that one, so I picked this one up. Also, Alice Osman recommended this one on her Instagram page, and Alice Osman has not led me wrong yet, so I'm hoping that I enjoy this one. The next book I plan on reading, but I do not have with me, is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. I have to read this book for class, and I am actually really excited. This is not normally a book that I would pick up on my own. I have wanted to read this one, but I do know that if I buy it and I'm not being forced to read it, I will not read it. It's just not normally the kind of book I gravitate towards just because it is very political, but I have wanted to read it, I just know that I won't. Does that make sense? Do any of you guys get me on that front? Okay, and the last book I plan on reading this month is The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan. This is the last book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, book 5. If you guys don't know, I am a co-host in the readathon Demigods Anonymous, or ReadDA over at Twitter, where we have been reading the Percy Jackson series since September. And yeah, this month is our last book in the first series. If you guys weren't able to join us for this readathon, we do plan on reading the Heroes of Olympus series come like April, I think. But yes, you can check us out over at ReadDA on Twitter. I will link it down below. Don't worry, you don't have to remember that. But yeah, I'm super excited. Obviously, it's Percy Jackson. I'm so ready for the Percabeth that happens in this book. Like, the scenes, the moments, the love. I'm also excited because obviously this book isn't as bent up as my other ones, and it's about time this book gets some love. When I first read The Last Olympian, I had the hardcover edition, because it had like just come out, and so recently I actually bought the paperback to match the whole set. You know, the spine's cracked, but it's not as loved as it should be, so we gonna give it some love. That is it for my Booktube Games / February TBR. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If any of you guys are planning on reading any of these books or have read these books, share your thoughts down below. For those of you on Team Camp Half-Blood, please make sure to comment down below so that we can support each other and hype each other up. I am so ready. I'm so pumped. Competitions are my thing. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. Bye!